Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, right. Okay, today work-family balance. An interesting topic, an important topic. To some, a very important topic, work-family balance. So after studying the note sent by me to you, and after listening to this lecture carefully, and hopefully the video, you will be able to, of course, you should be able to achieve these 7 objectives. In order to save time, I will not read them. You are advanced students, so you graduate students, right? The meaning of work-family balance. The meaning of work-family balance. Uh, so normally, of course, you have a life. According to general understanding, there is a personal life to an employee. Also, there is an official life or work life to an employee. To an employee. So the but in addition to family life, there are other types of life to people. Other types of lives. So what are these other types? One is social life. Social life. So this means life aspect relating to an employee's social activities, such as associating with friends, participating in various parties organized by friends, and dealing with acquaintances. So there are some employees who associate with many friends during their lives, but there are some employees who do not. But anyway, this is one aspect of the life of an employee. Then another aspect, academic life. Academic life. So you are reading for the MBA. So you have an academic life. When you were reading for your first degree, bachelor's degree, you had an academic life. Now you are reading for this MBA. Again, you have an academic life. So academic life means life aspect relating to an employee's activities are study and reading. Employees who are mostly professionals like you engage in continuous learning because of various reasons by way of reading for postgraduate degrees and other courses. Even there are few professionals, they read even for doctoral studies. Doctoral studies. So this is very important life of a professional and academic life. Yes. Then another aspect of life of an employee is the religious life. This means life aspect relating to an employee's religion, which is a particular system of beliefs in an incomparable spiritual teacher and or god or goods. In some religions, there are goods. There may be a religion, which has only one god. Then precepts and other connected things such as worshipping or praying. So it has generally been observed that some employees follow their religious or their religious activities, their religions strongly and regularly. Strongly and regularly. Of course, there are some employees even in Sri Lanka, I have noticed that they are not seriously following their religions. Their religions. Also in the world, I noticed that there are certain groups of employees who are religious less. So they don't have religions. So therefore, they are not following religions. Then for such people, assume who are employees, then they don't have this life, that is religious life. Then there's another life, mostly everybody has that, that is called recreational life. Recreational life. So this means life aspect relating to an employee's lesser activities. Lesser activities. So employees have hobbies or enjoyable activities in which their bodies and minds are used. Their bodies and minds are used. I hope you also have a life called recreational life. I hope you have hobbies or pursuit of pleasure, enjoyable activities. So therefore, these things come under one aspect of life that is labeled by me as recreational life. Recreational life. Also, there are other aspects of life. In addition to work life, family life, social life, academic life, religious life, recreational life. So there are others also, other aspects of an employee's life, which may include a political aspect, doing politics or supporting political activities. Some employees do that. Then healthy aspect. Of course, everybody has to be concerned with health. So you must be healthy. I must be healthy. So therefore, there is healthy aspect. Healthy aspect. So that includes doing exercises, following medical prescriptions, etc. Then another aspect is altruistic aspect. So that means showing concern for well-being of other people in the society. So likewise, these spheres also come under others. So therefore, then, so I categorize the life of an employee into seven spheres. Let me say, seven types. First one, work life. Then second one, family life. That is about an employee's family, which is a human unit, that consists of parents and their children. So it may be an extended family where parents, their children, aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, etc., are living together. Or it may be a nuclear family where only parents and their children are living. So I have observed that most of Sri Lankan professionals, they have now nuclear families. So that is okay. First one, work life. Second one, family life. Third one, social life. Fourth one, academic life. Fifth one, religious life. Sixth one, recreational life. And seven, others. Others include political, healthy, altruistic, etc. Okay, so then this is about the life of an employee. But as far as today's topic is concerned, so we have to consider only two aspects of the life. First one is work life. This one, work life. The other one is family life. Okay, right. Then if all the aspects of human life are considered, then the term work-life balance is used. But here the term is work-family balance. So that means we consider work life and family life. We don't consider social life, academic life, religious life, recreational life, etc. Okay, mainly we consider work. Sometimes we will consider those things also, during the lecture, but anyway, mainly work and family life. Okay, then this is a definition of work family life. Here the balance, the balance means both work life and family life have the right amount of importance. The right amount of importance. There is no presence of conflicts within each life, and there is happiness within each life. There is happiness within each life. There are several scholars who have given good definitions about work family life. I have mentioned some definitions. Professor Greenhouse and others. So they have defined that's the extent to which an individual is equally engaged in and equally satisfied with his work and family life. This one. So according to Greenhouse and others. So likewise, there are several definitions in order to save time. So I'm not going to deal with each. Okay. So then look at this definition. Work-family balance is defined as the extent to which an employee fulfills demands coming from his or her employment and his or her family. Demands, various demands. If you are a father, then there are various demands coming from your children. So if you are a married person, then you have a spouse. Then a spouse makes various demands. Various demands in order to meet the spouse needs. So then various demands there are. So which come from employment also. For example, you have certain duties. Then you are supposed to perform these duties. Then you have certain work schedules. Then you have to meet those work schedules. You have to go to work. You have to work there. So if you are supposed to work at home also, there are work targets to be met. Also, there are peers who make various demands. Maybe helping to them, or maybe doing a teamwork. Also, there are customers, of course, they have various needs and they come to your working place and then they make their demands. So therefore, there are many demands at work. Also, there are many demands, if not many, certain amount of, certain number of demands, of course, can be seen at your family. Okay, so therefore, you must be able to fulfill these demands. So if you are able to fulfill these demands, then I can say that you are having work-family balance. If you couldn't or if you can't meeting these demands, that means you don't have, unfortunately, work-family balance. Okay, so then work-family balance can also be defined as your ability to meet your employer's expectations and your family members' expectations to the extent that makes them happy. Assume you have a child who is reading for a national exam, and then who needs, assume who has an examination today, then who needs your support, to take the child to the examination place. The child has an expectation about you. So even request directly, father, please take me to the school, the examination place, in your car, in your vehicle. Oh, mother, please do that. That is an expectation of the child. So then you must have that ability to meet it. You may not be, you may not use your car, but you can use your car to take your vehicle to take the child to the place of examination, or you must have an arrangement, a hired vehicle. something like, or a vehicle of a friend. So like anyhow, the child's expectation needs to be met. So if you don't have your ability to meet it, then that's a problem of work-family balance. That means you have work-family conflict, work-family conflict. Okay, so therefore, all the relevant members, at least key members, relating to your work, family, work life, and family life, must be happy because of your behaviors, because of your actions. Okay, so then, right. Then, of course, you have to use your time, you have to use your effort, which is physical and also which is mental. Then you have to use your capabilities and other strategies to meet commitments or responsibilities at both work life and family life. Right. This is of course a challenge. This is of course a challenge. Of course, in your life there are many challenges. So this is one major challenge. Right now, positions of work-family balance, subtopic. So each employee has a dominant life position, which is a specific location or place where that employee exists when dealing with work life and family life. Have a look. Have a serious look at this figure. So which gives 4 work-family balance positions. 4 work-family balance positions. So horizontally, you can see success at family life. Vertically, you can see success at work life. So then there are 4 quadrants, 4 sub boxes of the main box. Right, 4 work-family balance positions. So here you can see, if you take this one, right? Here this one, if you take this one, then that means success at work life is high, but success at family life is low. Then if you take this one, success at work life is low, but also success at family life is low. Then if you take this one, then success at work life is low, success at family life is high. But if you take this one, success at work life is high, success at family life is high as well. So therefore, this is the balance. This is the position which has the balance. These 3 positions do not have the balance. So therefore, ideally, we expect, I expect you to be here. Not here, not here, not here. Here, seriously, you are a loser. So the both work life and family life are unsuccessful content. This is a desperate position experienced by an employee who has no sense of accomplishment in life, in living. He or she feels that life is not worth anything at all. The employee is a loser and is having no happiness in life. Eudaimonic happiness, hedonic happiness. You can remember which I taught you under the topic happiness and HRM. Okay, then work life is unsuccessful, but family life is successful content. So this is a work life position experienced by an employee who has no career development, who has no career success. He or she could not reach the zenith means the topmost position of the professional hierarchy. So however, he or she has reached success relating to family life. Then work life is successful, but family life is unsuccessful. Conrad. So this is also a position experienced by an employee who has career development, but no family development. There's no success relating to family life. Of course, this is the ideal positions that is expected to be achieved by the professional or by the employee. So both work life and family life are successful, convent. So then, if you are here, then you have a strong belief that your life is worth living. You are a winner. You are mentally healthy. Mostly you are physically also healthy, because mental health contributes positively to physical health. Right. Okay. Uh, then let me discuss further. So, what do you mean by success at work life? Success at work life. So that basically includes following. So, according to our research, to perform tasks, duties, and responsibilities of the current job in an excellent way. So that means you are performing your job in the way that is excellent. So that makes the employer satisfied. That makes the relevant customers, internal and external customers, satisfied. Then second one, to get excellent rating for job performance for the period concerned. Then to secure employment advancement. So that means job promotions. Job promotions. So assume we are going to measure, I am going to measure success at work life, your success at work life at a certain point of time, maybe retirement. Then at the time of retirement, then you will have reached the senior or the highest position of your profession. Then I will have to rate you that your success at work life, the level of success at work life is excellent, is at very high level. Even at this time, so at this time, assume you have been working now for 5 years, then within 5 years, at least you must have secured one promotion. Then to get appointed to the positions of the highest rank in the field. Right. So if you are a human resource manager, then the director of human resources. Then the head of the department of human resources. So that means the highest position in the field, depending on the size of the organization. In case of a very large organization, the highest post in HRM maybe Deputy General Manager Human Resources, like Bank of Ceylon, People Bank. Then in a medium-sized organization, it may be Director Human Resources, or simply the Head of Human Resources. Head of Human Resources. So then depending on your field, right, maybe finance, marketing, okay. Then retire with an illustrious career. Illustrious career. That includes, in the definition of success at work life. Okay, then you can improve, you can extend this list, no problem. So at least then we mean, these 5 things under this success at work life. Okay, then success at personal life. What do you mean by success at personal life? So according to our understanding, then to meet reasonable expectations and responsibilities of the employees' family members, also in the way that is excellent, that makes them satisfied. So your family members must be satisfied, must be satisfied because of your behavior, because of your actions. So if they are not satisfied, assume your spouse is not satisfied, then you don't have success at personal life, because this item is missing. Or you assume you have 2 children. One children is unhappy about you. Then this is not being met, in a higher level. Okay, then second one, to have a sufficient wealth to meet obligations and to maintain a good standards of the employees living. So the level of well-being enjoyed by fulfilling his or her needs which are legally and ethically correct. So that is okay. As far as you are concerned, standard of living. So what do you mean by standard of living? That is your level of well-being enjoyed by you. Then how do you enjoy? By fulfilling your needs, through various goods and services. Of course, your needs should be legally acceptable, ethically acceptable. Okay, so therefore, remember this. You must have sufficient wealth. So in simple, you must have sufficient amount of money to achieve the success of personal life. Never forget that. So generally, people talk about this. Don't seek money. Money is not the source of satisfaction. Money is not the source of satisfaction, and then the love is the source of satisfaction. Relationship is the source of satisfaction. So according to our understanding, which is based on our research, our reading, and also our own experience, first-hand experience, also vicarious experience. Remember, all these are important. Money is needed. Money is essential. Really. Money is essential. Then the love is essential. Then the relationship is essential. All are needed to have a high level of satisfaction. Okay, remember. Be courage. Be courageous. Have courage to earn a sufficient amount of money for your life. But of course, in the way that is legally correct and also in the way that is ethically correct. So otherwise, you will end up with a huge amount of money, but at the expense of your morality, at the expense of adhering to law, at the expense of adhering to organizational various, ethical rules, disciplinary rules. That is not expected indeed. Then the third item, to get excellent appreciation and recognition for the employee's family life from the relevant party. You can see that I have the balance. I have this success because people are happy. The relevant people, customers, relevant people at work, relevant people at family, they are happy. But the evidence showing their happiness. That's the recognition for the employee's family life from the relevant parties. You should get excellent appreciation. Maybe birthday cards, certain cards, So there are many ways, many ways of showing your spouse appreciations to you. Your children's have, the appreciations to you, recognition to you, if they are, satisfied. They work to make family members more satisfied by fulfilling their new expectations. When the time passes, new expectations will come. So assume your spouse, you are a male, and then your spouse is a female. Assume now the spouse became a mother. Then because of becoming a mother, there are new expectations on the part of your wife. So likewise, then assume, right, you are a mother. Then one child got married now. Then there can be new expectations related, from mothers. You are a mother, so you can have new expectations about your married son or married daughter. So I don't need to explain further, so you can understand, right? I hope you can understand, right? If you have questions, please raise, don't worry. Then you can right, to achieve advancement in family life. Okay, so you can unmute to your thing and then you can raise any question, no problem. Right. Then to achieve advancement in family status, becoming father, mother for the first time, becoming father and mother for the second time, even third time, but generally now for first time, second time. it is excellent that if you can become father and mother for the third time also, then becoming a grandfather or grandmother, then inviting you to play the key role or or a key role of functions such as letter reader for a child, then signing for a wedding as a witness, etc. Okay, so then these things are included uh, in the success at personal life. Okay, then another perspective for overall success of work life and family life is degree of excellence in achieving the employee's work life goals and family life goals. So here, as far as you are concerned, then you must have goals for your family. You must have goals for your work. work. Then the extent to which these goals have been achieved, that is the degree of your success relating to work life and family life. So that is another way of measuring success of work life and family life. Okay, then now the importance of work family life. Of course, you are intelligent, so then you can understand. You are a graduate student, so therefore, so you can read this part and then so according to let me yes, greenhouse and butel, if my pronunciation is right. Don't worry about pronouncing. In 1985, work family conflict. So that's something called work family conflict, which is a conflict between the different roles played by the same person as a father, as a mother, as a son. So in relating to personal life, as a daughter, then in the work life, as a boss, or as a superior, then as a subordinate, then as yes, so like various roles, and then this conflict takes three forms according to these experts: time-related conflicts, strain-related conflicts, and behavior-related conflicts. Time-related, strain-related, and behavior-related conflicts. Let us take the first one: time conflict or time-related conflict, which is obvious. That is used, the time that is used for work life cannot be used for family life simultaneously. Okay, now you are listening to me through the Zoom. I am teaching. I am teaching you through the Zoom. So that means you are dealing with your academic life. I am dealing with my work life. So then this time, 3 hours, 3 hours, I can't use for my family life. I can't use for my recreational life. I can't use that time for my other aspect of life. So similarly, so you can't use this time for your family life, to meeting needs of your spouse, meeting needs of your children. You can't use. That's the time-related conflict, according to these two experts. Right. Then that the time consumed by work life results in a lack of time for family life. Also vice versa. Right. Then strain related life. This is basically about stress. Because of work life, you can get stress. That will have an impact on the family life. So strain of an employee caused by work duties, which can make the employee difficult to perform family activities successfully. If you are, if you have a serious work stress, then assume you go to home, and then you will not be able to meet the needs of various needs of the family members. Also, if you have family problems, can you remember last week I talked about one accounting related employee, who made a mistake when entering the when mentioning the bank number of his boss. So that transaction involved a huge amount of money. huge amount of money, because he was having a problem relating to his his wife. So you can remember that, hopefully. Strain-related conflict. Then behavior-related conflict occurs when a certain work behavior becomes incompatible with the family behavior. So assume, when it comes to work, that is very serious, and then you have to follow various rules, policies, procedures, all these things. And then you assume you are very serious at work. Then you become, addicted to the work rules, work policies. Okay, so then really, I mean, you will develop a behavior that is seriously work related, and it is very difficult for you to behave in a different way at family life, because you can't use your work behavior at family. In a family, there are many emotions involved, there are many relationships involved. Then you may have to, you cannot have hard principles, hard rules of discipline you cannot have relating to a family. When especially when meeting needs of the kids, you cannot have a certain policy. For example, assume this month, for per month, for a small kid, assume you have a small kid, per month you will buy only one toy. You cannot have that type of policy. But at work you can have that type of thing. Per month we will buy only this official what you call official document or official input only one time per month. You can have that policy. But here, assume the kids, from time to time, depending on his interactions with outside people and all this, the kid, demands demands to buy another another toy. Then you will have to buy second one, maybe third one, maybe fourth one, within the same month, within the same month. Otherwise, complete. The child is not satisfied, engaging in crying. Then the spouse also may be unhappy. Then may make a demand on you to meet the kid's need. Then maybe a conflict, might be a conflict between you and the spouse also. So therefore, remember, so that's the meaning under here, behavior related conflict. Okay, right. Then you can see here the exhibit 4.1. Based on my reading, so I have included certain arguments and research findings which show the importance of work-family balance. Right. Okay, then creation of a healthy work-life balance has become a universal problem for employees. According to these authors, Prater and Smith in 2011, a universal problem for employees. Work-life balance has been ranked as one of the most important workplace attributes, second only to compensation. Compensation includes mainly salaries, incentives, benefits. So that is the first one. And then what is the second one? Work-family balance. Okay, so then you can understand the importance of work-family balance. Right. Then Pandey in 2014 points out that in today's world, there are many overachievers who suffer from depression. These individuals have given their time and climbed the ladder of profession. with the price at the expense of what? Sacrificing their personal time with their families, friends, etc. He further points out that the sense of guilt and inability to cope with personal matters gives room for depression to set in. Okay, so never forget that, one day you will have to retire, then you will be off from the job, then you will be, fully with your family life. Then there must be people, with whom you will have to have the required interactions. Never forget that. That's why, the depression, if you will have a depression, that is terrible. That may lead to even madness, which may lead to death. Organizations do need balanced people as employees. We don't need unbalanced people. Organizations don't need unbalanced people. They need balanced people. Usually, unbalanced people, but not all, but many, may become problematic owing to stress-induced depression. Sense of control, achievement, and satisfaction, which are the outcomes of the work-life balance. They come from work-life balance. These things are associated with the quality of the relationship in a person's life. And these relationships include both work relationships, boss, co-workers, and clients or customers, and non-work relationships, spouse, family, friends, parents, and even community, professional or social associations that the person aligns with. Okay, so the sense of control, and the achievement, and then satisfaction. So those three things come from work-life balance. That sense is associated with the quality of the relationships. So ultimately, making you satisfied, making you have a high level of happiness of your life. Okay, so based on this my experience, my observation, of course, I have seen personally I have seen certain people who are not balanced people, and then very difficult to deal with them. I have seen problems. I have seen problems. Even though as far as I am concerned, I could manage. I could manage them also. I could manage my interactions with them because of my understanding, because of my knowledge of people. So anyway, but I have seen many conflicts, among people, between superiors and the subordinates. These subordinates are not balanced people. And organization should be socially responsible also for work-family balance. Okay, that's why when I developed that subject, sustainable human resource management, basically there are three branches of that subject: economic HRM, social HRM, and green HRM. So then under social HRM, I consider work-family balance. Work-family balance. So we must be really concerned with the society, the family. The organization should not do bad things to destroy the family. Because the successful families are needed for the sustainability of the world. Right. Okay, then this is enough under this. Right. Then the next subtopic: models of work-family balance. Models of work-family balance. Early conceptualizations describe working life and private life as naturally independent and segmented domains. So that means these two things are not related, not interdependent. So they are independent. They are segmented. They are segmented. So then the implication is work life doesn't have an impact on family life. Family life doesn't have an impact on work life. Both lives go in two roads, two roads, which do not create, barriers to each other. However, work matters do not okay, then there is another model called reciprocal model. Reciprocal model. Work life and family life are usually conceptualized as reciprocally influenced by each other. One influences the other influences the one. No, vice versa. So therefore, the both work life and family life are dependent, meaning that work life affects family life, and also family life affects work life significantly. Okay, so then under this reciprocal model, so then we have to accept mainly this one. But of course, there are some experts still they believe in this, the segmented model, segmentation, then integration. So I will talk that later further. The complete model now. So now the reciprocal model. So under under this one, there are certain specific models. So you can see here the reciprocal modeling approaches that draw on the reciprocal models, established approaches. This one, established approaches. Okay, that draw on the reciprocal model. Okay, the conflict model. What is this? This is the model that assumes that requirements of one life domain are difficult to reconcile with requirements of a different life domain. Here let us take work life and then the family life. Because the employee has certain resources, so like time, energy, attention. So these are of course limited. So then unequal consumption of these resources in different life domains results in inter-role conflicts, not inter-rater, sorry. Inter-role conflicts, which are three types: time-related, strain-related, and behavior-related conflicts. So you can remember I discussed these things under the subtopic, the importance of work-family balance. Okay, because normally you have 24 hours. If you use 15 hours for work, definitely you will have very limited amount, number of hours for your other aspects of life. You have to sleep. To be a healthy person, you have to sleep. At least you have to sleep for 5 hours. 5 hours. Okay, then 15. If you spend 15 hours, then plus 15 hours for work, and then plus 5 hours for sleeping, then 20 hours. Then another, the rest is only 4 hours. 4 hours. Then you will have only 4 hours to do all the other things relating to your private life, relating to your life. Same way. If you spend 15 hours for family life, then you will have only 9 hours. Then for sleeping, if you spend 9 hours for the work, then you have no any hour to sleep. Then you have to sacrifice sleeping. Maybe you can do that for 1 day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days. But more than 3 days, I don't think. For many people, only maybe 1 day you can sacrifice your sleeping. Right. So you can see figure 4.2. So that gives both models, the segmental model and reciprocal model. Easy to understand uh, through this figure. Work life, family life, segmented. No relationship. Then here, reciprocal. This impacts this positively. Work life impacts, sorry, this impacts that. Or work life impacts family life. Then vice versa. Then vice versa. Okay, so then, right. Then enrichment model. Enrichment model. So the conflict model is there. Then three types of conflict: time related, strain related, and behavior related. So what is this? The enrichment model, another model, which has the focus on resource accumulation through different roles, work role, family role, so likewise, through resource accumulation rather than, or not resource distribution among the different roles to be played by an employee. Under conflict model, resource distribution is there. That means there is limited amount of resources. If you take certain amount for work life, that amount you can't use for the family life. Resource distribution. Then 24 hours you have to distribute for work life and family life. That is under conflict model. But under enrichment model, resource accumulation. For example, money, okay, you will get money from the work, and then that money definitely will be useful for meeting various demands, demands of the family members. And then resource accumulation. Maybe you will have a new ability from the work. That new ability can be used to manage, work life and family life. Or new, okay, for example, assume from a serious training at work, you will learn how to manage time. How to manage time. That ability, your ability that you got from that serious training, you can use to manage your time, also relating to family. Then that ability, will be resource, accumulation. Accumulation comes under resource accumulation. Further, I will discuss these things, with specific examples later. Right. Some even for example, another example for especially for female employees. Assume you become a mother. Then you will have to learn many things because of being mother. Then you will develop special skills, emotional abilities, because of being the mother. And these skills, of course, will be useful for managing people at work. Your emotional intelligence or your understanding about human behavior will get increased by being the mother, by being the father, by being the grandmother, by being the grandfather. So that will be useful for managing people at work. Right. Then dealing with customers also, not only managing people at work, dealing with customers. Here the people at work means basically employees. Right. Then the spillover model. That's another model, the spillover model. The term refers to the influence of work on family and vice versa. So spillover could be in both directions, work to family as well as family to work. And also the outcome could be either negative or positive. Here mainly positive, positive thing, resource allocation, accumulation. Resource accumulation is indeed a positive thing. So that means there are many benefits because of following at least two roles, work role and family role. But here also, spill over that impact of work life is accepted. Also, the impact of work life on family life is accepted. Impact of family life on work life is accepted. But not only favorable, not only positive, the negative things also. Both sorry, negative and positive. So this outcome could be either negative or positive. So according to the model, transferred effects from one domain either enrich or constrain the other domain. Okay, so take my example here, which I wrote. Mr. Pereira was a highly praised in writing by his immediate superior and the immediate superior's superior. He became so happy that he took his family members out for dinner. You see, transferred effect. He was highly praised at work. Then he became very happy, and then that happiness resulted in taking family members out for dinner, then making indeed the family members happy. Then at that moment, so there is a balance between work life and family life. So they enriched that work experience or the effect enriched the family life. Okay, so then we'll take another example. Mrs. Sakuntala. Mrs. Sakuntala was not promoted, though he had expected it in this year. Then she got the bad news today. Then after going home, she became very angry and scolded her husband and two children without any big mistake done by them. This is an example of negative spillover. Okay, so both examples are the spillovers occurred from one direction, work to family. Also, it is possible, to generate examples from family to work. Okay, so then I have mentioned here. Please read them and understand. We will save our time. Soon time, right? The compensation model. That's another model. No? The compensation. Here, the compensation doesn't mean wage, salary, benefit, incentive. No. Here, the compensation, like but we can we can take the compensation is a how can I say reward something. Okay, according to this model, but wage is a reward, isn't it? At the same term, wage is a reward, welfare facility is a reward, then salary, then an incentive is a reward, right? Okay, the same meaning we can get. I think if my memory is correct, there are two ways of according to this model, it is possible for employees to make compensation effects to offset dissatisfaction, right? In one domain by achieving satisfaction in the other domain. Assume you are dissatisfied with work life. Then you can offset that dissatisfaction by achieving satisfaction in the family life. If you are dissatisfied with the family life, then you can offset that dissatisfaction with the family life by achieving satisfaction in the work-life domain. Okay, so then it involves that experience in one life domain causes contradictory behavior in the other life domain. Yes, here. My memory is right, correct. Two ways of occurring compensation, right? There are two ways. The first way is the way in which employee reduces involvement. Then it's not the meaning of reward, the sense of reward. The way in which the employee reduces involvement, time, attention, perceived importance and effort in the dissatisfying domain while increasing involvement in the satisfying domain. So my example here is Mrs. Nimali. who is dissatisfied with her family life. Now, because she is dissatisfied with the family life, then she increases her time, her effort, her attention, her perceived importance, her positive attitude, all, towards work life, and then she tries to maximize the satisfaction with the work life. In that way, she is going to be happy. Purposefully, she is going to be happy at the expense of satisfaction with the family life. Okay, then the second way, that's the way in which the employee compensates dissatisfaction in one life domain by pursuing rewards. Here the sense of reward is there. By pursuing rewards, the additional satisfying experiences in the other life domain. For example, Mr. Nimal, who is an engineer, got promoted to the highest post of the engineering profession in the organization. That is chief engineer. Unfortunately, he has no marital satisfaction, and therefore he decided to pursue the administrative career too. In addition to engineering career, then administrative career was decided, he decided to pursue. That means two careers. This is the new career now. Head of engineering, then assistant general manager engineering and maintenance, then deputy general manager engineering and maintenance, then general manager and chief executive officer. That's the administrative career. Career includes a series of jobs in order. Right. He attempts to have additional satisfying experiences, promotion to administrative post to compensate, for his lack of marital satisfaction. Understood? So therefore, unfortunately, assume you became dissatisfied. So I know some female, even some male professionals who are dissatisfied with the family life. Then they started, another career life, after reaching the highest level of their normal career, then he started a new career. Then ultimately, at the time of retirement, at the time of saying goodbye to work life, the person will have held many positions which are very high level. Right. Also vice versa, some people are highly dissatisfied with the work, and then they do the work in order to, for the sake of earning some money, which is needed to meet needs of the family. And then such people, draw a very high level of satisfaction relating to the family life, even though they can't reach the advancements, the highest level of their profession because of the problems at work. Right, then the border theory. Please understand this theory. As far as all the other models are concerned, I think this is a very popular model nowadays. And indeed, we have to follow this one. I am also following this one, the border theory, in order to maintain my work-life balance. The border theory, it is a model that considers the employee as an active being. Unlike other models mentioned above, considering the employee as a passive being. So relating to other models, the employee is considered as a passive being. But under this model, the employee is considered, employee is concerned with the active role. The employee is considered as an active being. The employee is a driver of his life. The employee is the manager of his or her life. Then the employee can do managing life, his or her life. Then the people are perceived as active managers of their life domain. And they are described as border crosses that manage daily transitions from one domain to another domain. Daily, there are daily transitions. Daily transitions. So then by being an active person, by being a real manager, you can manage under this border model. Border refers to the dividing line between the work domain and the family domain. Maybe for one day, 50-50. For another week, maybe 35 and then 65. For another week, 70 and 30. So likewise, you will sacrifice your attention. I mean, you will use your attention, not sacrifice, not sacrifice. You will use your attention, your effort, your time for the work, maybe for the next week, 70%, 70%. Then only 30% you use for the family life. Maybe the last week, assume you use 70% for the family life because there was a wedding. There was a wedding of your child. Then which took 70% of your attention, which took the 70% of your competence, your 70% of your effort, not for the work. Perhaps even 95%, depending on the availability of leave and on the support from the peers at work, the superior at work. Right. Then the theory posits that work-family balance, which refers to satisfaction and superior functioning at work and home, with a minimum of role conflict. So the work-family balance, the meaning of work-family balance is this: the satisfaction, according to this model, satisfaction and superior functioning at work and home, with a minimum role conflicts. That means role conflict is expected, that is inevitable, but which is at minimum level. So many times or several times you must have heard about this. When people get together, there's a propensity of occurring conflicts. So therefore, conflicts are inevitable. So, but when anyway, that's why the definition here, the meaning of work-family balance is this: satisfaction and superior function at work and home, with a minimum role conflict. So this work-family balance then can be achieved in a variety of ways, depending on the similarity of work and family domains, the strength of the boundaries between these domains, and a variety of other factors. So therefore, that's why the segmentation and the integration, the segmented model and the integrated model. So basically, we started with those two models, but under border theory, segmentation is also there, integration also there. You can follow either segmentation or integration. So as per the theory, it is possible to keep work and family separate, and keeping so makes it easier to manage work-family borders. For example, assume you have a very serious work at work. Then you can tell you can tell your wife or your spouse, your children, I have a very serious work today. Don't give any call under under any circumstances. But maybe that is too hard. But anyway, you can say accept. It's a very serious thing happens, but you don't expect today. Serious things happening to your personal life, family life. So then you can tell them, before going, before starting going to work, you can tell your spouse and kids, don't give a call today. So I will return home after 12 hours because I have the this and that, this serious work and that serious work. Then then the today work life and family life get separated very clearly. Get separated. You fully concentrate on the work today. Right. In that way, you can manage. And then also it is possible to integrate work and family, and doing so facilitates transitions between the two domains. After going home also, after going to work by using telephone or whatever, you can deal with family matters. Maybe during the lunch time, not at the expense of customer satisfaction. By meeting the customer's needs, the time that you will get can be used to deal with family matters. Of course, by being at work, still you are at work. Then the integration comes. Integration comes. Either strategy can improve the well-being of employees, but empirical findings suggest a superiority of segmentation over integration. But here, if you separate work life and family life for a certain period of time, maybe 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, then you must have you must have a good what do you call good contract. You must negotiate. You must negotiate with all the relevant parties and then have that agreement. I can remember when I went abroad to do my doctorate, then I had a negotiation with my wife, and so then my daughter and then my son was a very small one. So then I had a negotiation. Then I used several strategies to have that balance. So then I invited a mother-in-law to home. So likewise, so then that negotiation, because I had to spend a lot of time, lot of effort, lot of attention, lot of my competencies to my work life, because PhD is an official requirement. So therefore, it is okay. You can take that is an academic life, yes, but still it is under work life for an academic. So likewise, so assume maybe you are supposed to get a certain quality certification, that requires hard working and smart working, which will take, assume, 2 weeks entirely. 2 weeks entirely. Then by being an active person, you must negotiate properly with your spouse, with your kids. Please understand, then so I will be away from all the domestic works, because of until I reach this quality certification. So likewise, so then with proper understanding, so the freedom of choice is there, freedom of action is there, chances to negotiate different demands of both life domains there. Then during that period, 2 weeks, devoted to get that certification, quality certification, then the spouse will not make new demands. Kids will not make demands. Even a simple thing like going out of home for dinner or for lunch, or going to see the sea sea. Okay, going right. So such things are not demanded. Then they tolerate. They don't expect. Then such normal demands are not coming to you. That type of thing is possible to do. Then it is possible to have that balance. So therefore, respect this border theory. Of course, other theories are also useful for your understanding. also for taking certain strategies. They may be useful. Okay, so the right. So this one, especially compensation model, So I assume, unfortunately, one, because of maybe uncontrollable things, I don't know, controllable things. Unfortunately, one person got seriously dissatisfied with one domain. Then that domain, can be forgotten. Normally, we don't expect such things, but anyway, because as assume there is one employee, who is totally dissatisfied with the family life. Then we don't expect that person to commit suicide or commit suicide. That person also has to leave. That person, by being an excellent professional, that person can contribute to the work. That contributions assume are needed by certain number of members of the organization, customers. Also, what about an employee who is totally dissatisfied with the work? Then there are no work improvements, no promotions. Doing only a lower level job, and then he retires. After doing that lower level job. But why not? Why not maximizing satisfaction relating to personal life, the love with the spouse and the children, and the relationship, quality relationship with the spouse and the relationship, the children, and also educating children. Like many things can be done, right? But anyway, an ideal employee is expected to use, expected to be a manager, real manager, and a driver, so that that person will have self-confidence, satisfaction, productivity, all are at high level relating to both work life and family life. Okay, then now strategies for managing work and family. Strategies for managing work and family. Of course, if one knows the cause or the causes of work-family conflict, then it is possible to think and formulate a strategy to avoid the conflict. To avoid the conflict. Assume, engaging in a political party and then helping a political party assume the cause for work-family conflict. Assume children hate that, spouse hates that, and then now there is a conflict. Also, because of that involvement in political activities, you had to assume you had to miss certain work source relating to work life. Then the superior also assume has given some certain some amount of warning, maybe one time, maybe two times, right? Then that's the cause for work-family conflict. The members of the family are also unhappy. Then the boss, your boss also at your work life, is unhappy. Then clearly the cause. That's the involvement in politics. Then you can stop that. Then hopefully you will not have work-family balance. Therefore, if you know particular causes of work-family conflict, then by removing such causes, you will be able to remove work-family conflict and then achieving the balance between work life and family life. So here I have mentioned here, according to our understanding, 10 strategies for good balance, which are in Exhibit 4.2. Develop a positive attitude about work-family balance. Understand fully demands, expectations, and responsibilities of all relevant parties at work and at family. So likewise, then when busy at work, gain understanding and patience of family members. This one, divide the time for both work life and family life. And not to work on holidays. Of course, some holidays you will have to work depending on, there's no hard rule. There is flexibility for relating to each strategy. Don't study them blindly. Be intelligent. Not to work on holidays. That doesn't mean that forever you should. You should not break this one. Being a driver, being an active real manager, you can do that according to border theory. Maybe for 1 week segmentation, for another week integration, and to utilize available facilities and services. Of course, especially transport facilities, then the daycare centers, child care, all, then use them. Be highly rational in selecting the spouse. This is a very important thing. Are you all right with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Sampath, be highly rational in selecting. If you have questions, you can raise. So then be highly rational in selecting. If you have already selected, then it's okay. You can't do now. But anyway, the knowledge that I have given here is useful. It's useful even though you have already married. So like, the love, then the kindness, the willingness to sacrifice, mutual understanding, the interest in the employee's well-being, then the pleasantness, then health, good character. So these are important factors that we have to consider when selecting the spouse, especially in a culture like ours. We don't have, in a Western culture, this is not that problem. Divorcing is a frequent thing. It is not a surprising thing. So if you are not happy with one spouse, then you can divorce it. I know that there are several people, who did divorcing maybe for 10th time also. So that is possible. It's not a surprise. Several times, at least 2 or 3 times. But in Sri Lanka, normally, according to our religious things also, we are not supposed to do that. So therefore, we have only one spouse for the entire life. Then we must be very careful in selecting that spouse. Otherwise, your whole life, will be in vain, will be upset. No balance between work life and family life, even other aspects of your life, because the spouse is a major determinant of the success of your life. Okay, to employ a servant, another one, those who can afford, no problem, especially those who are doing works, dual career couples, and even one career couple, dual career couple, right, to seek advice from right persons and material. So then if you don't know something, seek advice from right people. There are experts in these matters. Also, there are books and all these. Please at least read this chapter and learn seriously. This is a very useful chapter for your life, not only for your MBA, as far as this course is concerned. So the getting advice from the right people is not a shame. It's not a weakness. It is a strength. Seeking advice from right person is indeed a serious strength. To be highly competent in managing the time, of course, that is always there. Managing time. All the time wasters you will have to identify. Then you have to remove, because time is limited. Also, you have to follow certain techniques, like to-do list, and certain other techniques you must have learned. Okay, then According to McFarlane, so she mentioned five strategies. Five strategies for managing work and family effectively. First one is carefully consider work-family issues when choosing a job. That is, especially when you start, when you are in finding a job, then you can consider this one. There are some jobs which are family friendly. There are some organizations which are family friendly. Then try to get a job from such an organization. But you already assume you are employed, you got a job, and then unfortunately the organization is not family friendly. Then you can't. Maybe finding another job in another organization might be a strategy. Then apply the strategy of selection, optimization, and compensation. SOC, according to her, it's a life management coping stack for work-family situation, and it consists being selective in focusing on few goals, not many goals. Have few goals. Then if you have few goals, then it is not that difficult to achieve the success. Assume you have only 5 goals, but if there is another person who has 10 goals, I think that another person's situation is more complex, more difficult to achieve the success. If we define the success, as the degree to which the goals have been achieved, then persistence in order to achieve those goals, the optimization, then seeking additional resources to compensate, for lack of time, like childcare. Okay, then the third one, communicate the employee's responsibility to those at work and at home. Then manage time, increase the employee's social network, getting support, from friends, when you face family problems, work problems. So like, okay, now time is 10. So let us have a break for 5 minutes. Okay, work-family balance initiatives. The work-family balance initiative refers to an important action or method taken or used by the organization relevant to top management in order to solve a work-family conflict or in order to assist the employee to have work-family balance. Okay, so the work-family balance initiatives, right? So then an organizational program or policy. So an initiative is an organizational program or policy. Here the work-family balance initiative. So it is an organizational program or policy to facilitate work-life balance of the employees working for the organization. So here they, under these, these strategies, you have learned, you have learned these strategies, but they are normally, they are expected to be done by the employee at his or her capacity. So at the individual level, these are the strategies available. But under work-family balance initiatives, we are going to discuss the things or facilities or the actions or the methods or the programs or the policies which an organization can do to help the employee achieve work-family balance. You know that there are several pressures, so therefore the organization, there are several pressures taking place in the business environment. So owing to these several pressures, organizations are compelled to offer and implement various initiatives of work-family balance. So what are these pressures? They can be called as drivers, right? So there are several drivers for work-family balance. First one is this: increasing numbers of women coming to work. Second one, increasing numbers of women coming to management of organizations. So there is an increasing there is an increasing number of women, coming as managerial employees, as managers. Then they will have more responsibilities. But here, non-managers, let us take non-managers coming to work, but they are not, these women are not managers. Then they have not manager responsibilities. But under this, there are women who are managers. Then they have more responsibilities, which are managerial. Then there will be a serious challenge for them to have that balance. Then there's a presence of sandwich employees. So what do you mean by sandwich employees? So sandwich employees are employees who have children as their dependents and also who have all parents as their dependents. Assume you are an employee who has 2 kids and also your mother and father, they are living, but they are also dependents. Assume they are not earning now, they depend on what you earn. And then children also depend on what you earn. Then you are an example of sandwich employees. There's there is aging population and workforce. The workforce is aging, population is aging, owing to workaholic nature or financial need. All the employees who got retired may want to work again. Also, there are senior employees who want to get further extensions to work without getting retirement after reaching the normal retirement age, that is 55. Up to 6, up to 5 years, up to 6 years, up to the age 60. There are some senior employees, they want to get extensions. Then, of course, the workforce is going to be aging. Then there is a high need, there's a high need. There's a serious need for a high level of flexibility because of senior employees who are more mature, who are nearing the retirement. The new young employees are not ready to commit fully to employment. This is, according to many research studies done recently, it was found that the young people, the current, young people, they expect work-family balance. They are not ready to commit fully to employment. They want to enjoy their life. They want to pursue their hobbies. Usually they have several hobbies. They don't like to, sacrifice their personal lives because of work life. They have a high level of willingness to enjoy personally and also socially. Then there is work intensification, forcing employees to work more and more because of competition, because of new strategic plans, because of the competitive advantage, which is sustainable. There is a company assume which is the best company, which wants to remain that position. And then that has new strategic plans to increase productivity, to find new markets, to increase the number of customers. All these things will increase the workloads of the employees. Then they will have to, they will have to sacrifice their attention, their competence, their energy, because the attention, I mentioned several times, your attention, your energy, your time, your capabilities are for both work life and family life, not only for one domain. When the employee is helped by the employer to have work-family balance, he or she feels a strong sense of organizational commitment. Of course, that will improve the employee's job performance, leading to a winning organization. Here I am talking about employer branding, a great place to work. If the organization can develop that goodwill, a great place to work, then the employee, the employer, the organization will be able to attract suitably qualified job applicants. There is a strong organizational need to recruit and retain highly capable employees. Yes, great place to work here. I have mentioned here. This we can, these 7 and 8 are linked seriously, significantly. But first here, the sense of organizational commitment on the part of the employee. Then as a benefit, from the point of the employer. Right, then these are the work-family balance initiatives which are available for an organization at the organizational level. Flex time. I think I don't need to discuss these things. I have taught these things under when I was or when you were learning. Yes, when you were learning job design, the general HR specific topic job design, you must have learned flex time. If you have any questions, you can raise. Okay. Then compressed work week, only for few days per week, but more hours for each working day. Then telecommuting, working at home or in an off-site location by using the tools and equipment in telecommunication and information technology. In part-time employment, yes, half of the usual number of hours per day, generally 4 hours. The part-time employee, the part-time employee works for generally 4 hours. Then on-site childcare, then leave to care for dependents, leave. You know, if there is an employee who is having problems relating to caring his or her dependents, then the organization can give leave to care for dependents. Paid leave or non-paid leave or unpaid leave. There are two types of leave: paid leave and unpaid leave. First, paid leave, and then if the duration gets increased, then unpaid leave. Leave for other purposes, not for not only beyond caring for dependents, for other purposes such as participating in school meetings on behalf of the children who are schooling, then holding a wedding ceremony of a child, encountering a funeral, and participating in a funeral. So likewise. Then elder care for elders. Then concierge service, for a variety of errands. Errands, paying light bill, paying water bill, paying various other bills, credit card bills, various things. Nowadays an employee has to do. Then the company can have a separate employee to do all these things of all the relevant employees of the organization. Because of e-transactions, maybe concierge need will not arise. But anyway, as a serious help given by the employer, the organization can decided to give this service. Then employees will seriously understand that the organization is a good place, a great place to work. Other initiatives, including such as job sharing, paid maternity leave, paid paternity leave, for parents, for fathers, then leave for educational purpose, financial study assistance, reasonable time off work for antenatal or prenatal care, especially for pregnant women. Not especially, indeed for women who are pregnant. Then breast feeding leave for mothers who have to feed their children. Then transport assistance. Right. Okay, so then then another important thing, having learned how many items, 10 items, yes. Having learned all these 10 items, you should understand this point, this learning point, which is very important in this regard. Availability of work-family balance initiatives within an organization is one thing. Another thing is the employees' use of available work-family balance initiatives. These are two things. There should not be a considerable gap between availability and the use. The availability and the use. There should not be a big gap. Availability and the use. If there is a big gap, then I think company is wasting its time and money. Human resource departments are wasting their time, effort, and money. They will not be able to achieve the objectives of having work-family balance. Okay, so there is no guarantee that availability of work-family balance initiatives leads to positive results. These are the objectives of giving work-family balance assistance, work-family balance initiatives, particularly work-family balance. Of course, that's the most important thing, because they are work-family balance initiatives. Then the first thing that the organization, the HR department expects is the right work-family balance, and then resultant positive benefits because of the right work-family balance. What are they? Increased job satisfaction, reduce absenteeism, increase productivity, enhance organizational commitment. Okay, so there is no guarantee that availability will result in these things. First, work-family balance, and the rest, the other things. So then Allen, a researcher, points out that offering family-friendly policies may not be sufficient. Rather, it is the perception that the organization is family supportive mediates the relationship between the family-friendly policies available and positive outcomes. Can you understand this? So it is the perception that the organization is family supportive mediates the relationship between the family-friendly policies available and positive outcomes. Okay, we normally, right, we theorize like this. Availability of work-family initiatives will lead to positive results, such as work-family balance, increased job satisfaction, these things, increased productivity, reduce absenteeism, enhance organizational commitment. However, this theorization or this positive relationship between the two variables. What are the two variables? The availability of work-family balance initiatives and the positive results or positive outcomes. Under positive outcomes, there are several variables, but take this as one variable, major variable, the simply positive outcome, right? The outcomes, no problem, plurally we can take, no problem. I think you can understand. This we can consider as the dependent variable. Then the offering family-friendly policies or the availability of family-friendly initiatives, that's the independent variable. Then we expect a positive relationship between the two variables. Then it happens, family supportive, this one. The organization is family supportive. That means this is, so we can say, organizational culture, a special organizational culture. So that is work family friendly culture, organizational culture. We can, here we have the word, yes, family friendly climate and family friendly culture. Climate normally we use when we think of the short term. When we think of the long term, we use the term culture. So then work family climate or work family culture. Okay, so then the mediates means, this, because of the perception it happens, right? Let me have like this. Okay, problem is time. First, the use of work family balance initiatives which lead to what? Which leads to perception. perception that the organization is family supportive. Family supportive. That's the perception that happens within employees. Then positive outcomes. Positive outcomes occurs. Positive outcomes occur. Yes, occur. Is a plural one, right? So then the use of work-family balance leads to perception, which will lead to positive outcomes. This is the meaning of this mediating. I hope you understood. If you don't, please ask any questions, right? Then family-friendly climate. Draw your attention to this one, this sentence. Human resource manager of the organization has an important role to play in creating and enhancing family-friendly climate. In fact, a family-friendly culture is viewed from the long-term perspective. That means there is a need of developing, creating and enhancing family-friendly climate, family-friendly culture from the long-term perspective. Right. Then how to create that? That also you have to learn. Okay, so otherwise, here the work-family balance can become a mere aspiration, rhetoric, rather than a reality for the employee if there is not a real family-friendly culture. Agarwala in 2007 presents some key characteristics for achieving organizational culture supportive of work-family balance. Which is supportive of work-family balance? The key characteristics: top management support, communication of vision supporting work-family balance. And, so this, this support of work-family balance, like, the idea, we really respect work-family balance. We need balanced employees. We don't need unbalanced employees, because we do expect that balanced employees will become high performers with high level of job satisfaction, high level of organizational commitment, high level of productivity. So therefore, we level-based try to encourage work-family balance. Then we have initiatives for that. That message has to be communicated, even in the mission statement, also through internet, through emails, through newsletters. Right. Then top and middle level managers, they have to model new behaviors. They also, should give an example of people who are concerned with work-family balance and who are really maintaining that balance. Then setting up task forces and committees. If there are work-family balance issues, especially from the HR department, then training of managers to ensure the usefulness of work-family balance program. Because we can train managers. Please help them. When employees have work-family balance, their subordinates have work-family balance problems, then, from the list of available work-family initiatives, the manager, the relevant boss, must be able to, decide the appropriate one, and then really give it. They evaluate the managers on value of work-family flexibility and its compatibility with business results. Then we can see, we can even do some research to see the actual results of work-family balance initiative and their usage. Holding managers accountable for family-friendly culture. Right. When they motivate them, when they reward them, we can consider to what extent they have contributed to create and maintain this culture. Okay, then here, okay, look at this one. Not this one, yes. Figure 4.4, requirements for a family-friendly organization and culture. So these are the requirements. If these requirements are met, then we can expect family-friendly organization and culture. If these requirements are not met, we cannot. So therefore, this figure is a useful figure to understand determinants of family-friendly organization and culture. First one is the contemporary view. There is traditional view, also there is contemporary view about work-family balance. So here, what is useful is the contemporary view, not the traditional view. The difference between contemporary view and the traditional view, you can understand by studying this figure, which is 4.3. Traditional view here, then the contemporary view is here. First one, work life and family life are competitive. That is zero-sum perspective. If we achieve the gain of work life success, we have to achieve that at the expense of family life success. That's why zero-sum perspective. There's no mutual gain. But here, under symbiosis perspective, there is mutual gain. Work life and family life are compatible. It is possible to achieve the balance. Here, it is not possible to achieve. But work life and family life are independent, segmented model. Here, the reciprocal model. However, we are encouraged to use the broader theory. Then the segmentation and the integration both can be used by the employee, by being an active member, by being a real manager of the both lives. The work-family conflict is primarily confronted by married working women. So only married working women have work-family conflict under traditional, view. But here the work-family balance is confronted by all employees, including working men. There are couples, traditional couple. One type is traditional couple, where the husband is working, wife is not working. Then single career couple, either husband both husband and wife are working, but either husband or wife is expecting a career. The spouse is not expecting a career, simply doing a job. Then dual career couple, in a dual career couple, both are expecting to have careers. So therefore, work-family conflict, all these three types of couples may encounter under contemporary view. But under traditional view, only women who are married, also who are working. But then the fourth one, work matters are superordinate, family matters are subordinate. So that means if there's a conflict between work matters and family matters, the priority has to be given to work matters. But under contemporary view or the modern view, both work matters and family matters are equally important. However, remember, this point also be practical. So under border theory, because I told you, I am following border theory. For a certain time, the priority may be the work. Then for another point of time, priority may be the work. Priority may be the family. Assume you are aiming at getting a serious promotion. For that, you have only 1 month And then the work, work matters are superordinate. Family matters are subordinate, but for that, in order to avoid the conflict, you must have, ability to negotiate with the relevant people and then develop an agreement about your behavior, about your actions. Okay, then no problem. Also, there is a time, there is a time where family matters are superordinate, work matters are subordinate. Right. Then employee's presence at the work. For example, assume, for example, now your mother is seriously ill. And then, her life, you can't now tell. She might die today, or she might die, she will die, maybe, I mean, there's no too serious on the bed. You can estimate a date. You can't schedule. And then mother assumes seriously needs your support. Then the family matter becomes superordinate at that time. Otherwise, you will have to, repent, and then you will get complaints from the other members of the family. Then you will have further conflicts. So remember, okay? So therefore, anyway, I am differentiating between the two theoretically. The employee's presence at the work is mandatory during the normal working hours, but here not need. What is important is achieving targets, achievement of work targets. Then working hours equal output here. Working hours equal, they are equivalent to work output. But here working hours do not equal work output. Then there is no business case here for work-family balance. But here, there's a business case. That means the employer branding can get improved. The organizational productivity can get improved because of work-family balance. So therefore, there's a business case. Right. Okay, then now I think we have come to the end. Before that, yes. Before that, there are another two concepts, work-family conflict and work-family balance enhancement. So already I have discussed about work-family conflict. What is this? Work-family enhancements also to a certain extent I have discussed under enrichment model. Under conflict model, work-family conflict, and then under enrichment model, work-family enhancement. But this, the word, the enemies and allies. Somewhere, yes, where is allies? Yes, here, allies. Allies and enemies. So then under, work-family conflict, work and family are enemies. Mismanagement of work life and family life results in a situation where work and family become enemies by interacting with one another and producing, of course, frustration, distress, and dissatisfaction. Then no positive results, such as organizational commitment, which is increased, then increased productivity, increased job satisfaction, increased organizational commitment. But here under work family, what is this? A proper management of work life and family life results in a situation where work and family becomes allies by benefiting one another and producing accomplishment, good health, and satisfaction. Okay, so then what is called the work family enrichment or enhancement. E stands for enrichment, also stands for enhancement. So when work and family are allies, beneficial effects of work and family on one another are visible, and what is called work family enrichment. Okay. So look at this one, and this one, yes. You can see bi-directionality of work-family conflict and also bi-directionality of work-family enhancement. Directions. Work-life performance interferes with family life performance and also vice versa. I think you can understand. If family life is bad, no, here yes, family life, and then the work life is going to be bad, interferes. Then here the bi-directionally of work-family enhancement, family life performance, family life performance is good, then the work-life performance is going to be good. Family life really improves work-life performance. Work-life performance improves family life performance. Family enhancement. How specifically this improvement happens? You can see here, the exhibit 4.4, resources and examples of work-life benefits to family life and family life benefits to work life. Not like, this work-family conflict, because, if here somewhere the idea, this one, here the further explanation, if you want to achieve work-life performance in the way that is excellent, you most likely you can't achieve life performance which is excellent. If you want to achieve family life performance in the way that is excellent, most likely you will not be able to achieve work-life performance which is in the excellent way. But here it is not so. If you achieve excellent performance relating to family life, that will really contribute to increase the excellence of work-life performance, and also vice versa. That's the meaning of enrichment. Okay, specific examples. You can see these are the resources, so they are the assets you can get because of managing the development of new skills. Work life and family life, this is one type of assets that you can have, development of new skills. Work life benefits to, examples of work life benefits to family life. The employee uses the communication skills acquired in a training to develop a closer and more supportive relationship with her sister. This is an example of work-life benefit to family life. This is an example of family life benefit to work life. The problem solving and listening skills honed, improved, sharpened as a spouse or parent, assist the employee to become an effective team member at work. You see certain skills that you get by being the mother, by being the father, will be useful to become an effective team member at the work life. Likewise, please understand these things also. Okay, then last one, right? Acquisition, another type of assist that you can get from this management of work life and family life. Acquisition of material resources such as money and gift. Okay, benefit, an example of work life benefit to the family life. The employee uses sizable salary increases to purchase such essentials as quality child care, education, and medical care for the entire family. Then this one, family benefit, an example of family benefit to the work benefit, work-life benefit. The substantial gift of family inheritance could be used to bankroll a new business. Bankroll means financing a new business. Okay, likewise, please understand. Therefore, remember, now the conclusion is this. Both lives are very important. So both lives are very important. There are, if you get benefits of successful work performance, these benefits will be useful for successful performance of family life. If you get benefits of successful performance of family life, those benefits, if not all, but some, at least some benefits are useful for successful performance of your work life. Therefore, they are allies, they are not enemies. So therefore, you must be able to understand that the balance between the two is needed. Right, now shall we go to activities? Before that, so you can see a figure, work-life balance here. Health, work, friends, career, time, family. Here the career is, assuming that you are a professional. Normally a professional expects a career rather than doing a job, particular job. Career involves a series of jobs. So normally from the lower level to the higher level, even to the highest level of the organizational hierarchy. Okay, so then this indicates a balance. There is no balance, then problems. But under this topic, we considered only this one, career and the family. This is somewhat confusing time forward, but anyway, these are pictures that I downloaded from the internet. So therefore, these are not representing my perceptions or really my yes. Okay, so if I had prepared this one, I could have not included this one, the time, because the time, attention, energy, which is physical, energy, which is mental, capabilities, they are the resources that you must have to utilize, to have the balance between career and family, the balance between social life and family life, something like, or here also work life, work and the career. So therefore, this has weaknesses, but anyway, don't worry. Friends, health, indicating the balance. Then another, life balance. So this one for the money, work and all. Then home and family. This, meeting friends, travels, rest. Then this one again, the balance, work and money, then home and family. So the given title is life balance, but prefer to use work family balance. Okay, work family balance. In the life balance, other types of life should be included. So therefore, we can improve this figure if really we want to show life balance to the figure. We can include social life, academic life, religious life, recreational life, in addition to work life and family life. Showing balance, right? Okay, now let us go to activities. Activity 1. This is an instrument that you can use to measure your degree of balance between work life and family life. Genuinely, you can do that as far as this moment is concerned. This measuring can be done at different points of the life. Now you can do that. After 5 years, you can do that. After 10 years, you can do that. Then at the time of retirement, you can do that. Even after the retirement, you can do that. Okay, right. Measurement is always needed for improving, for knowing the degree of success and then improving by taking the right actions. Okay, then if you take the first statement, almost there are no complaints or grievances from my spouse about non-fulfillment of his or her expectations and demands. Strongly agree. Strongly disagree. Increasing work-family balance. Strongly, no. Strongly disagree. So that means there are comments. Then reducing work-family balance. Strongly agree. Increasing work-family balance. Then second item, my children have written and stated that you are the best father, mother in this world. Strongly disagree. Reducing the balance. Strongly agree. Increasing the balance, the highest level. As far as this item, second item is concerned. The third item, my parents are really happy about meeting my responsibilities to them. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. Strongly agree. The highest level of the balance. All the obligations to my family members have been met by me genuinely. That is item 4. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. Strongly agree. Highest level of the balance. I have a certain amount of my time, attention, and effort for my family, which I will never compromise. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. Strongly agree. Highest level of the balance. So all are positive statements. So these 5 statements are relating to examining the balance. Examining the success of the family life. Then from item 6 to item 10, if my memory is correct, examining the success of work life. Item 6, my superiors' demands have been fulfilled in the expected way. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. Strongly agree. Highest level of the balance. My peers are very good with me. That's the item 7. Strongly disagree. Lowest level. Strongly agree. Highest level. Item 8. All the customers are reasonably happy about what I do for them. Strongly agree. Highest level of the balance. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. The number 9. Item number 9. My subordinates tell anyone that I am a superior who did all the possible things to assist, train, and supervise them. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. Strongly agree. Highest level. And the last item, that is numbered 10. I have been a role model of work-family balance to others at work. Strongly disagree. Lowest level of the balance. Strongly agree. Highest level of the balance. Then taking your points and also this, based on this, you can interpret. Okay, all right. I hope at least you are here. Ideally, you should be here. And if you are here, congratulations. But if you are here, that is terrible, which we never expect. Very, very serious. Then low, that's also not good. Moderate is okay. But now the activity 2, a skill builder. Study the following scenarios. Okay, then you can read. Sunimal is working as an engineer for a state corporation and he likes his job. He does not want to have a serious outstanding career and he is happy about the salary, other benefits and job security. Indeed, he works mainly to earn enough money to support his wife and 2 young children. He does not want to read for a higher degree like MSc or MBA and has a great value on his hobbies. Housekeeping, watching films, reading novels, and visiting various natural places with a video camera. Understood? Right. Okay, then this one, Tamara's case. Tamara is currently working as an assistant human resource manager in a large manufacturing firm and expects to become a human resource manager and the direct HR in the company. Expects to become. The career is very important to her. Career is very important to her. She expects a career. She doesn't like to, retire as an assistant human resource manager. She likes to retire, as the direct HR. Maybe even higher than that, deputy general manager. The company is a large one. Okay, so the career is very important. She is concerned with her husband and 2 daughters. Concern also is there. Concern. Husband is a government school teacher and 2 daughters are schooling. Elder one is getting ready for GCE O-level examination. She spends time with her family and thus sharing her experiences with them. Okay, now my questions. What are the questions? First one, is there a real need of balancing work life and family life for both Sunimal and Tamara? If so, why? If not, why? Can anyone respond? Yes. One can unmute and respond. Assume this is your examination question. Hello. Sampath, yes?
Yes, sir.
Already I'm addressing Sampath. That may be unfair, but anyway.
Yes, I think, sir, there in both cases there are no work-life balance because Sunimal is having some money, but he's focused on development in family life, not going to grade MBA or MSO like that, as well as the Tamara is focusing only on career life.
Okay.
As my feeling.
Okay. I really appreciate your response. Right. Uh, right. Then, if you address to the question exactly, to the point, then is there a real need of balancing work life and family life for both Sunimal and Tamara? Yes, of course. There, because the real need is there. It is not about the degree of balancing. This one here, is Sunima satisfied with? Okay, we will come to that later. So then, is there a real need of balancing work life and family life for both Sunimal and Tamara? Of course, yes. For every employee, there's a real need of balancing work life and family life. We may have an employee who doesn't wants to have that balance, but we are talking ideally. I am teaching ideal HRM, you are learning ideal HRM. So therefore, ideally, there is a need of balancing work life and family life because there are benefits of work life, successful performance of work life. There are benefits of successful performance of family life. Also, that's the benefits of work life contribute to benefits of family life or for successful performance of family life. Vice versa, family life, vice versa also. So therefore, there's a real need of balancing work life and family life for both. Normally, assume this time, we consider this time or this week, the need is on the line. On the line. Balancing work life and family life is on the line. That is there always, right? So then, because otherwise, they will face a lot of problems because of conflicts. Then, second question, is Sunima satisfied with his family life? Is there a price associated with his level of family satisfaction? Is he really experiencing a work-family conflict? And explain. Okay, though the challenge for work-family balance is there, but here this question is asking, is Sunima satisfied with his family life? I think yes. Information is limited. Family life. Because this one, the information is limited really. Indeed, we have to make inferences based on this limited information given. Indeed, he works mainly to earn enough money to support his family and two children. Great value on hobbies and all. We can make an inference that reasonably, or at least averagely, Sunimal is satisfied with his family life. Is there a price associated with his level of family satisfaction? Yes, there is. That is, work-life success. Work-life success. Then his other life, other life, that is private life. Maybe it is, with video, great value on his hobbies. So assume his family members also join. And then this thing also can be included in the family life. In the family life. Then our inference, validity of our inference gets higher because our inference was that this person is satisfied with the family life. But if this hobby thing, is exclusive to this man, then family members do not get involved, do not participate in his hobbies, then that is another life. That is another aspect of his life. Let me give a label, private life. Private life. Then he is very happy with the private life, maybe averagely happy with the family life. In the work life, because there is no, ideally there is no outstanding career that he is having. Also, he doesn't want to, that's the thing. Then one argument is, if you use the perspective, perspective of achievement of goals of the person, relating to the work life and family life, then this man doesn't have a goal of outstanding career. Because he doesn't have that goal, then we can't say that he is not happy with the work life, because he doesn't have that goal. And then he has a goal, just assume to do the job properly, to do the current job properly, doesn't expect an outstanding career, and assume that he is doing the job, and by doing the job properly, he gains the financial things that he expects to support his wife and 2 young children. Maybe he got, we don't know, maybe he got money from his parents. Then then that money he uses, on his hobbies. Maybe that. Okay. Anyway, it is interesting. If you have an addition, you can, additional idea or an opinion, please tell me. Then, right. Is he really experiencing a work-family conflict? To the limited information given, we can infer that he is not really experiencing a work-family conflict, because he has certain, he has a limited number of goals relating to work life and family life. So therefore, to a high extent, he has achieved them. Then there is no conflict, no information about his health and the other related things. Right. Then third question, is Tamara experiencing a work-family conflict? Sorry. C stands for conflict. If so, why? If not, why? Based on the limited information, we can't conclude that she's having a work-family conflict, because she has this concern with her husband and 2 daughters, and also she spends time with her family and thus sharing her experiences with them. That means helping the husband and children by using her work experiences. Now, work-family enrichment, the enrichment model we can use to explain here by using enrichment model. Okay, so then I think also she expects to become, she has the challenge, of course. What is the challenge? To have the balance between work life and family life. So at the moment, I think she's having that, and she has a goal to become a human resource manager, and also another career goal to become direct HR. Then she must be able to take all the relevant strategies to have the balance, because of because she has to spend time for this one to achieve the 2 career goals. Now she is an assistant human resource manager, so she wants to become a HR manager. That is 1 career goal. Then the director, to become direct HR, 2nd career goal. Then to achieve these 2 career goals, she has to use her knowledge, her competencies, her attention, her time, her physical energy, her mental energy. So therefore, there's a big challenge, but it is possible, if she can use the border theory, if she can become really an active member and the drive of her life, she will be able to achieve that balance. At the moment, she is achieving, but there's a greater challenge now because of her 2 career goals. Also, in reality, don't forget that there are people who achieved a high level of success relating to work life, also a high level of success relating to family life. Indeed, there are people who did not. So therefore, looking at this case positively, Tamara will be successful at achieving the success between the work life and family life, even in the future. Right. Are you all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then activity 3, a critical incident. An interesting critical incident, which is indeed an actual critical incident that I personally witnessed based on my vicarious experience. Mrs. Vanitha was a senior lecturer attached to the Department of Business Administration of the South University of Sri Lanka. She was a brilliant graduate, having secured BSc Business Administration Special with honors and MSc in Management from the university, which is the center of excellence for management education in the country. The native place was a village in the south region. She had an unblemished character, high level of morality, and was a sober, serious and thoughtful person. Indeed, she was a popular university teacher among students. She got married to a person who was an accountant on a proposal, and her age at the time of getting married was 28. After 1 year, the husband got a foreign employment, rewards of which were very competitive, and decided to go abroad. Mrs. Vanitha had genuine kindness and solicitude, anxious concern for her husband, who persuaded her to go abroad with him by stressing very high salary, emphasizing very high salary and other benefits. She took leave for 2 years from the university and went abroad with her husband, with her beloved husband. She gave birth to a baby, a son, after 1 year. In the 3rd year, she became pregnant again and asked for an extension of her leave from the university. She got it without pay. In the 4th year, her husband got promoted to chief accountant in the company, and she gave birth to a daughter. By the end of her 4th year of being abroad, she resigned from the university. Right. Now the first question. Do you agree or disagree with the decision taken by her husband to take up the foreign employment? Why? Difficult question. Easy to understand, but easy to understand the question, but difficult to answer the question. Yes, any response? Do you agree or disagree with the decision taken by husband to take up the foreign employment? Why? That depends on their priorities. Their goals of the life, their lives, 2 lives, because there are 2 human beings here, husband and wife. Husband has life goals, wife also has life goals. Then also prioritizing of life goals by each person. So if you assume that they need money seriously, and also they need foreign exposure seriously, then they assume living in a foreign country is more comfortable. Assume at that time they estimated they forecasted the quality of living in that foreign country and also in Sri Lanka. They compared that with the the quality of standard of living in the foreign country with the standard of living of Sri Lanka. Then at that time they understood that so living in that foreign country was better than. So like then by rationally if they considered important factors, also more important factors according to their priorities, then if the husband took the decision to take up the foreign employment, then we have to agree with that. You have to agree with that. But then another argument is, the husband did not consider, the possible barrier in future, to his wife job. This is a university lecture, a very important job among the jobs available for a person. Also, in a way, a noble job. Being a great teacher is a noble, always. Being a bad teacher, of course, is vice versa, but being an excellent teacher, you can influence seriously on lives of many people positively. So then, assume at that time, the university had a policy of giving, even now also it is there. University has a policy of giving leave, study leave, or sabbatical leave, 1 year sabbatical leave. Normally, the Sri Lankan universities have that policy. 1 year sabbatical leave. Assume she got that. But that information has not been given specifically. 2 years leave from the university, right? Entitled leave with pay. And then husband thought maybe within 3 years or 2 years, they could return home. And then she could resume duties as a university teacher. And then, there was a serious agreement between the husband and wife. They did not want to separate. Okay, so then the quality relationship, so then the serious concern to the husband, coming from wife. But this, yes, solicitude and the genuine kindness coming from the female wife. Then, if they had, then we have to agree with this decision. Then do you agree or disagree with the decision taken by her to give up her employment? Why? This also depends on their life goals. But indeed, as this is a serious job, and many people, do not have the chance of getting this type of job. Also, she was the batch top for her at her bachelor's education. Then, if my memory is correct, because this is a true one, she got yes, very high results at her master's level also. Then indeed she was really competent to serve as a senior lecturer. Maybe she had potential to become a professor. Then that service, possible service, they lost. They, under meaningful life, if you take the happiness, the all happiness concept, economic happiness, eudaimonic happiness. Economically, assume their emotions and all these things, the majority of emotions assume positive, and then they are having that hedonic happiness. But whatever Eudaimonia happiness, psychological well-being, and the meaningful life, according to that authentic model of happiness developed by Professor Seligman. Can you remember? 3 types of life: meaningful life, pleasant life, good life, meaningful life. All 3, when all these 3 lives get together, then the full life is there. If one is missing, then the empty life will be there. So likewise, please think. Then give an evaluation from the point of work-life balance. Give an evaluation from the point of work-life balance. Of course, as far as her life is concerned, success of personal life is there, but not relating to work life. Her husband has work-family balance because he was lucky, or he was lucky to have that type of very good wife who is ready to sacrifice even that very important job. Some women are like that. There are few women's a few of women of that nature. Another good example, she got first class, she became batch top, and then she married to another another person. Okay, she got management education. Then she was a lecturer attached to a department of that management faculty of management study. Then she married to a person who also became the batch top and got the first class, and then became the lecturer attached to the department, that department of another faculty. That is the Faculty of Arts. The department was Department of Economics. But after working for 2 years, the husband got the chance of reading for PhD, then went abroad with the wife and the 2 kids, if my memory is correct. And then ultimately, she gave up the job, resigned from the job, sacrificed that very important job. You are, under a faculty like management faculty of the best university, at that time for management education in Sri Lanka. So there are such people also, there are such people. So then if I ask, if you ask a question from, such ladies, then they will say they are happy. They don't want to become, they don't want to become professors. They don't want to write research papers. They don't want to write, textbooks. They don't have such goals. Then from that perspective, that means life goes. Then we, willing or unwillingly, we have to accept that, they are happy. They don't have work-family conflict because their prioritizing is different. Maybe from yours, from mine. So they, right. Of course, there are some ladies, who don't care about the husband, who don't care about the children, who only care about the jobs. Like, there are such. Personally, also I have seen. But anyway, so the as far as this case is concerned, then give an evaluation from the point of work-family balance. So then, as far as her husband is concerned, his work-family balance is at high level. Effective hedonic happiness, most likely yes, relating to both. But cognitive hedonic happiness, which is about global life satisfaction and also dimensional life satisfaction, most likely no. Most likely no. For both, especially for the lady. For the lady. Anyway, here the evaluation from the point of work-family balance. But the happiness concept also you can link. No problem. No problem. Because this is about life. Then the one consequence of work-family balance is the happiness. Perhaps the major consequence. Why do you need to have work-family balance? Then the major goal is the happiness, to reach the happiness. Then what type of happiness? Yes. Is that hedonomic or eudaimonic? Then as far as hedonism is concerned, there are two types: affective hedonic happiness and cognitive hedonic happiness. So under cognitive hedonic happiness, there are two types, specific types, global one and the dimensional one. Under eudaimonism, there are several models that I taught you. Authentic model, then psychological well-being. Right. Okay, then activity 4 is a long case. This one is activity critical incident. What is this? Akshara. Okay, activity 7. Let us skill builder. Just go to this one, skill builder. Study carefully the statement given below. Okay, what are the questions? What are the statements which show work to family complete? That means because of the work, the family gets problematic. Then what are the statements which show family to work complete? Family to work complete. Let us do this exercise so that you will learn specific examples. I am so busy at work. I am so busy at work that I miss the opportunity. I miss the opportunity to be with my spouses and children. And then what is the time? Here the answer. Work to family complete. Work to family complete. Work to family complete. Okay. Then when I go home after work, I am really exhausted. Same. Work to family complete. Sometimes I feel, third one, sometimes I feel angry about my job because it consumes my time for family. Work to family complete. Item 4. When I am at my family members, I cannot fully concentrate on their matters because of fatigue. Fatigue, It is more than tiredness. Fatigue. Which needs a longer time to get rid of. Yes, what is that? When I am at my family members, I cannot fully concentrate on their matters because of fatigue. Work to family complete. Work to family complete. Then number 5, my attention to family matters when at home gets disturbed owing to the constant telephone calls and messages from working peers. Work to family complete. I know that my work behavior, which is highly rational and objective, comes to my home and it affects badly the relationship with my family members. Work to family complete. Work to family complete. Then being with the family members takes my time to be spent at work. Family to work complete. From family, now you get the work life problematic because of the family. Then my family responsibilities take too much of my energy away from my job. A family to work complete. Okay, then my right. Item 9. My family problems get reminded when I am at work and really disturb my work concentration. Family to work complete. My family responsibilities make me really so exhausted that no longer I can do an excellent work on my job. Family to work complete. I understand that demands of my family members have become a major irritant to me. Major irritant to me. Family to work complete. My family makes it difficult to be the kind of job performer I want to be. Family to work complete. Okay, then third question, identify 3 dimensions the statements focus on. 3 dimensions. So what are the 3 dimensions? Related, work family model, the complete model. Complete model. From complete model, you can get that classification. Time related, strain related, and behavior related. Okay, this one we consider strain related problem, because this is about stress. Work stress disturbs the family life performance. Then when I go home after work, I'm really exhausted. Again, the stress, strain related conflict. Then sometimes I feel angry about my job because it consumes my time for family. Strain related. Or we can say time related. Okay. This is time directly here. My time, so then time related problem. Time related conflict. Then when I am at my family members, I cannot fully concentrate on their matters because of fatigue. Strain related problem. Strain related. Then my attention to family matters when at home gets disturbed owing to the constant telephone calls and messages from working place. Strain. The strain, even the behavior also we can, behavior related conflict. Then I know that my work behavior, which is highly rational and objective, comes to my home, and then it affects badly the relationship with my family members. Behavior related problem, conflict. Then being with the family members takes my time to be spent at my work. Time related problem. So likewise, my family responsibility too much of my energy, strain. Then my family problem get reminded when I am at work, disturb my concentration, strain. My family responsibilities make me really so exhausted that no strain related. Then I understand that demands of my family members have become a major irritant to me. Strain related conflict. My family makes it difficult to be the kind of job performer. We can consider job performance as the behavior and behavior related. Okay, all right. Then I develop an instrument with a 5-point Likert scale by using the statement. So there are 12 statements. You can develop by using Likert scale. Then develop an appropriate method for interpretation of the results. of the instrument. So then 12 instruments, because the maximum, yes, maximum 5, 5 point is K. Then statements, 12 statement. Sorry, yes, 12 statements. And then 12 into 5. So then you get 10. So maximum 10. So likewise, I hope that you can develop the interpretation scale. Then use the instrument to measure your work family conflict and interpret the result. Okay, all right. I think now 11:35. This is enough. This one is a very long case. This one, but interesting, based on certain actual facts. To a certain extent, I changed, modified Mr. Suresh, So the Mr. Shall we do this one or then shall we stop now? Are you tired? I hope you can do that. Okay. Then right. So what is this? At the end, I mentioned this one. Even though it has a strong mind, a donkey's back gets broken when the load on its back is too heavy. Why did I put this one? For this type of teaching. What is the use of this statement? Anyone? Then we will finish. Even though it has a strong mind, a donkey's back gets broken when the load on its back is too heavy. Yes, Sampath? Or any other? Right. Okay. Even though it has a strong mind, who is it? The donkey or a donkey. A donkey's back gets broken when the load on its back is too heavy. So that means, normally there's no any human being or non-human being, who can have who can have so many goals and then who will be able to achieve, such goals, or such number of goals. There's a limitation for everything. There's a limitation for everything. Humanly, achieving everything is not possible. You may see many things in your life because of your peers, because of your parents, because of your education, because of your communications, because of your because the modes of communication, TV, newspapers. You will see so many things. You will realize seeing so many things in this world. But remember, one learning point is do not develop foolishly. Foolishly goals, relating to so many things. Demarcate various aspects of your life and then establish a reasonable number of goals for your lives, reasonable number of expectations which are humanly possible for you. When you develop goals relating to work life, also family life, and also other aspects of the life, seriously consider your competency, your current competencies, knowledge and skills. Also, your attitude about the life. Okay, so then do not ultimately have a very very, unbearable workload, unbearable family load, unbearable life load. Ultimately, so then it will be very difficult for you to become a winner of the life, a successful manager of the life, a successful driver of the family life, and also the work life. Okay, then I wish you all the best, and may you be able to achieve work life and family life balance. And this is my final lecture for you under this course, Advanced Human Resource Management. So it was possible for me to conduct 12 lectures successfully. And I gave you 12 comprehensive learning materials and some videos. Hopefully the video based on this lecture, today's lecture. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.